Postal is a 2019 film that was assigned to me by you, written and directed by Tyler Falbo. Tyler's feature debut, it turns out, as a director, starring Michael Shenefeld as Philip Tress. Also, Elise Dufour makes an appearance as Brittany, who is his...
It's his. He's about to propose to her. Here's the setup of the movie. Brian's fucking dropping the ball per yeesh. Postal is they'll have you believe that this is all based on a true life story. It's something that happened in Jacksonville, Florida in 2017.
They go to great lengths.
Bunch of preamble with the text on the screen letting us know that all the names have been changed, all the companies' names have been changed, except for the one guy who this all happened to, and he, for some odd reason, allowed his story to be told. And that is Phil Tress, right? Philip Tress. And Philip Tress, it takes place in the span of maybe 8 hours. He's at home. He's waiting for a delivery. And that delivery turns out to be an engagement ring. And
we find this out because he is on the phone with the delivery company.
Customer service.
Yeah, customer service. He's going through the maze of, press this button, tell us what you're calling about. And he's becoming harried.
Yeah, we've all been there. It's you can easily relate to what he's going through because we've dealt with these computers and these corporations who don't give a shit, but they're always, talking about how much they care and how everything's about you, the customer. And then you get on and it's time to actually get some and you get nothing from them. So you're feeling his anger and his angst and you're with this guy until you might not be. And I think that might be one of the reasons why this movie is so underlooked at the moment, because this is a very good movie. This is a very fun movie. This is a very easy to recommend, which I'm doing to all of you who are listening to this, unless you're squeamish, because there is some blood and guts in this. There is some body horror. There's
some injuries that are sustained.
Bizarre because it's such a light and airy, fluffy movie, but there's some real violence, right?
Fluffy.
But it is kind of like a light, easy breezy, airy, fun to watch at times, like channeling romantic comedy, but it's a dark comedy, obviously. But we see the lengths that this man will go to for love, for justice, as far as delivery. Bronco Delivery Service has let him down, and he will not stand for that.
Bronco.
And we learn things about his character as the movie goes forward, and it changes your opinion of all of the events, which is very interesting. This is a crafty movie.
I enjoyed this quite a bit. I laughed out loud several times. I found it to be very funny. I was resisting Anderson. You did this to yourself. You did this to yourself because I've been assigned so many movies about loser characters that I don't like, I don't enjoy. It's very rough around the edges, and
this character did remind me of you a little bit.
That's funny you mentioned that because this is maybe the character who reminds me of you the most. Of
me?
Character ever. He has Anderson. He has Anderson.
He gets angry. He does get angry.
Vacillations between eerily calm and impulsive rage, followed by immediate regret, which is really the Anderson cherry on top. Like,
what's funny is he reminded me a lot of my brother, so that's interesting.
Yeah. This is nothing like me. This guy flies into a rage and he's doing his best to keep it bottled.
He's got some issues. So I would like to do actually a spoiler on this here movie.
He also has a cockroach phobia.
Yeah, I definitely related to that. There's some really clever, fun stuff with this movie. Like, okay, so he's on the phone with this disembodied voice, right? Which we've all been there, right? We've all talked to the customer service person. Sometimes it goes well. Sometimes it goes very, very poorly.
He's very friendly.
It's going well with this one guy, Kevin, and he's desperate and he needs Kevin to help him. And Kevin's really the only person at Bronco Delivery who can help Philip get his package, get his ring. And so he's going back and forth with Kevin. He looks Kevin up on social media, as you can do nowadays if you have any kind of information on the guy, which he did. And there's this one back and forth, this exchange that goes on for 2-3 minutes where the only idea, now we have visual representation of Kevin because he found his Facebook essentially. And we have a very close up, extreme close up on Philip's computer of Kevin's face from his Facebook. And it's all grainy, because it's low res on the computer. And now they're going back and forth with the conversation, and every time Kevin talks, we see him on the computer, which was it was great. It was so funny. Like, it was played for laugh. When editing can make you laugh, and it's the editing doing it, that's a feat.
This is I mentioned that the writing on the previous movie, Shut-In, was maybe the weaker part of the whole stew. Whereas this is a very well written movie. This is, like you said, deft. Did you say deft?
Yeah, I think
and it changes your perspective frequently and on a dime, with certain information being revealed.
Yeah, we're going to talk about. I want people to watch this movie. It's available on Tubi, so you're going to have some baked-in commercials here and there. But that's, what? How many times
you can also rent it?
You can rent it as well.
$3, whatever.
But I mean, when you're watching a movie at home, usually you pause it 2 or 3 times throughout the movie to go deal with something, right?
I would recommend renting it because number one, it's very good. Number two, it's got a real pace to it, a real tone and a real pace. And I fear that some ad for Subaru is going to fuck that up.
Yeah, you're right. That's a fair point. And this is a movie that deserves a little attention because we were starting to get to the how it's just criminally underlooked at the moment. Not since Sam and Maddie make a zombie movie have I seen a movie that I like this much that was not looked at.
What is the release history of this? Because I have it as a 2019 film. Has it been around for a while?
I think 2019 sounds right.
I don't know if that was like the year it premiered it, fucking something.
There's 148 ratings, so this is a very, very undiscovered movie at the moment. And
really an epic character unraveling.
I think I have an idea as to why, and we'll get into that.
Character unraveling.
Yeah. Right. Actually, you know what? No, you know what? It doesn't even look like it got a proper release.
At one
Maybe
point,
that's one of the problems. Because United States, the release was April 2019, but that was the Florida Film Festival.
That's what I was getting.
And then April 26th at the Hill Country Film Festival, and then Poland got in last October, it got an internet release. It doesn't even have an internet release. This movie's like the IMDb page is even like faulty and not filled out, right?
Yeah, so, who knows what the story is.
What I suggest is you watch it. If you do watch it on Tubi, you could do way worse. You can watch Groupers over there too. Why not help it along? And then you listen to us spoil the fuck out of it. But after you watch it,
at one point, a character menaces another character by saying "fuck you, man." Then he kisses him on the lips. Says "queer."
Yeah. Is that worthy of repeating?
I laughed quite hard at that. Yeah. I found that worthy of writing down.
This movie looks good. It doesn't look like a sweeping epic or something that was like lensed by some big cinematographer, but it looks like an elevated student film, which is not doing it service. It looks better than that. It looks really good.
Very limited storytelling. The entire film, except save for a couple of flashbacks, takes place in and around the house. I guess we cut to Kevin a couple times. Kevin.
Yeah. And they cheat.
He's in trouble.
Hawaiian shots and whatnot. I think they're just local. Florida. I think this thing was shot in Florida. All right. So Postal, I recommend. Brian also recommends.
I really liked it.
And now you can't do...
No Rotten Tomatoes score, though. I don't know what to think.
What are you going to do, buddy?
I don't know. This is rough.